Well, hi there fellow Namekians, welcome back to my channel today, and welcome back to another episode of Vlogmas. So if you watched yesterday's episode of Vlogmas, then you would know I work a double today. So today, right now, it is 10:35. I don't have to leave for a little over an hour, so I'm going to try and film this now, edit it after work, and we'll see how it goes. So today's video, you guys are going to get to know me through video game questions. I found this thing online that was like a list of like 30 video game questions, I believe, and we're just going to answer those and you guys get to know my opinion on things. So let's get into it. Question number 1, very first video game. It's really hard to try and remember my very first one, but I'm pretty sure it was Pokemon Yellow version on the Game Boy. Question number 2, your favorite character. I assume this meant favorite character of like all time in a video game, and at this moment, because it does change often, it is probably Mipha from Zelda Breath of the Wild / Hyrule Warriors, because I have just fallen in love with Mipha when she came into the video game world. She is absolutely beautiful and I've always loved the Zoras. Question number 3, a game that is underrated. I feel like there's many underrated video games, but I'm going to go with Oxenfree because it's one of the newest ones I played this year. And I don't see anyone talk about this game. I think I've only seen one person that I know actually talk about this game, but it's so good and just hits in some of the right places. Number 4, your guilty pleasure game. And that for me is 100% Cooking Mama and any of the Cooking Mama games. I love Cooking Mama. I think they're so fun. And on top of that, she needs to be put in Smash. I'm waiting. 5, a character you feel you are most like or a character you would like to be. I guess for a character I am the most like, maybe Princess Peach from Mario. Maybe. And a character I would most like to be is probably Zelda. I think. I mean, I love both those characters and I relate to them both in, I guess, many different ways, but I feel like I'm less like Zelda and more like Peach. But I'd like to be, and don't get me wrong, because I love Princess Peach. She's like my main in Mario Kart. But I feel like I would like to be more like Zelda. So 6, most annoying character. And as much as I loved this game and still loved all of the characters in it when I played it, I'm going to say probably half of the characters is in Until Dawn. At least the first half of that game. Almost none of the characters were likable. They all, literally, I think, all of them redeemed themselves except for Emily, but probably the first half of Until Dawn, the characters, whew, that was a rough start. Number 7, favorite video game couple, and at this moment, at the top of my head, my first thought would probably be Yuna and Titus from Final Fantasy X and X-2. They're so cute. 8, the best soundtrack, and because I listen to these soundtracks on a daily, like I put them in the background while I do stuff, is probably Animal Crossing Wild World. Beautiful soundtrack. And then of course Zelda, The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, another very beautiful one. I am going to throw in Zelda Breath of the Wild just because I listen to that almost every single day in my car, so that shows I probably absolutely love it. It's good. Zelda has good music. Animal Crossing has good music. It's all good. Number 9, saddest death scene. And we're gonna have to go spoiler alert here. Let's throw some spoilers. So you might want to skip this question. Is probably going to be Aerith's death scene in Final Fantasy VII. Oh, that one hits real hard when it happens because I feel like it was like a very unexpected death when it does happen, and it was a game changer for video games, man, I'm telling you. Number 10 is best gameplay, and I think that's kind of a difficult one because I honestly couldn't answer that question off the top of my head. It's something I would probably definitely have to really think about. So as a quick answer here, let's go with Animal Crossing again because it's good. But also I guess the new Final Fantasy VII has some great gameplay in it as well. Number 11, gaming console of choice, and that'll be the Nintendo Switch. I just love Nintendo. Number 12, a game everyone should play. You think I can name just one game to tell people to play? Pokemon. just about any of them. I don't agree with all the Pokemon games, but just about any of them. Animal Crossing, everyone should try and enjoy and play this very casual game and see how they feel about it and how they like it. Honestly, Yokai Watch, I should have put that on my underrated games now that I think about it, because literally no one plays this game, and it's one of my favorites. Like, I even have a tattoo of Jibanyan from Yokai Watch, so Yokai Watch is a game everyone should play, and give it a shot, because it's good. It's really good. Number 13, a game you have played more than 5 times. Hamtaro Ham Ham Heartbreak. I have replayed that game probably more than any other video game, because I'm not going to count things like Animal Crossing where I just play that daily, because I don't usually restart a lot when I play that game. So Hamtaro Ham Ham Heartbreak. Oh my gosh, and now I'm feeling the need to play it now too. I'm going to have to replay that again very soon. Very good game. Very, very good game. Yes. Sometimes Hamtaro made some of the best video games. Number 14, current or most recent video game wallpaper. And I have one right now, actually. Let me show you. It's Reno from Final Fantasy VII. He's my current home screen wallpaper, because look how pretty he is. 15, post screenshots from a game you're currently playing. So I guess I'll post a picture of one over here. 16, a game with the best cutscenes. Okay, so I don't want to use the same video game again, which I already have for multiples of these, so I guess that's probably okay. But I really want to go with Final Fantasy VII again, because it's just the first thing that pops in my head when I think of some amazing video game cutscenes. Old one, even, like, especially the new one right now. We're still playing it, we haven't beat it yet. Those are some of the most beautiful and amazing cutscenes, man. 17, your favorite antagonist. I'm pretty sure he's technically the antagonist of the game. We're going to go with Seiron from Mystic Messenger, which is a very amazing dating sim phone game. If you've never played it, highly recommend it. One of the best. And 18, your favorite protagonist of a game. And once again, I'm going with 707 from Mystic Messenger, because he's one of just my all-time favorite fictional characters overall, so how can I not pick him? Alright, so 17, a picture of a game setting you wish you lived in. So I will post a couple of here, because there's 2 I can think of. I would love to live in Hyrule in Legend of Zelda, but I'd also love to live in the Pokemon world. Probably more so the Pokemon world, because who doesn't want to be a Pokemon trainer? 20, favorite genre. That's hard. I don't know if I can pick just one. I love, like, the adventure style games, but I also really like the super casual games, like, a lot. But also I really love Otami games. It's hard to choose just one. You can't just choose one. Number 21, game with the best story. I mean, there's many video games with great stories, and I don't want to keep reusing the same video games just because those are my favorites at the moment. So, are you guys going to judge me if I say the Inuyasha DS game? I can't remember the full name of that game, but the DS game, I loved that story. Like, Inuyasha, love it. And I liked that it was like an OC put into a game, and there's a couple of Inuyasha games that are like that, but I physically just super remember hardcore obsessing over the Inuyasha DS game, and I still would say it's the best story. Probably like Final Fantasy and things like that are gonna be the best story, but I just really wanted to include this game in this questionnaire. And I love that there was no C in it, because I also created my own other stories in my head. Number 22, a game sequel which disappointed you. I wouldn't say there's particularly any I'm like super disappointed about. There were some games in the Pokemon genre that just weren't my jam. Sorry, Black and White too, and yeah, those weren't exactly my jam, so I was a little disappointed in them compared to some previous Pokemon games. I mean, I wouldn't say there's any that has like super disappointed me like in a sequel. I mean, honestly, at the top of my head, I really can't think about that or like know what it is, which means I guess there might not be any that has like so disappointed me to where it's like upset me. Number 23, a game you think had the best graphics and or art style. I guess for the game with the best graphics and or art style, or both, I'm going to have to go with The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, because That game is just so breathtaking to look at. Like, I could play it but not actually play it and just run around and look at everything. It's beautiful. 24, your favorite classic game. I assume this counts as a classic now, but would it probably, but Animal Crossing Population Growth on the GameCube? Yeah. Or Banjo and Kazooie and Banjo and Tooie on the Nintendo 64. Number 25, a game you plan on playing. Well, let's see here. I really want to play a World of Final Fantasy because it looks absolutely adorable, so I have thought about buying it and getting it. There's also, what is the name of that game? Let me look it up real quick. I know what I'm thinking of, I just can't think of the name. Okay, I never pronounced this right. Man of Medan. It's a game that's supposed to be a lot like Until Dawn, so I really want to play that one because I really enjoyed that game. 26, a video game with the best voice acting. Can I choose Final Fantasy VII again? But also say almost a lot like the main 3 Kingdom Hearts games had some great voice acting in my opinion. 27, the most epic scene ever. It's really hard to choose just one of the most epic scenes. So let's see here. Would it be cheesy for me to say, like, when you play your first Pokemon game, getting to choose your very first Pokemon ever is pretty epic? The scene in Legend of Zelda, It's Dangerous to Go Alone, Take This. Like, that's such an epic and memorable scene. Ooh, and maybe even The Legend of Zelda, Majora's Mask, when you go into the moon. Or in Ocarina of Time, when you pull out the Master Sword for the first time. That's definitely the most coolest thing ever. Number 28, your favorite video game developer. And I would probably say Square Enix and Nintendo. 29, a game you thought you wouldn't like but ended up loving. Most games I think I wouldn't like, I don't really play. I'll kind of watch Grayson play them. Game you thought you wouldn't like but ended up loving. I don't know, because even a lot of video games that I didn't play like the first time around, like Kingdom Hearts when I was a kid, I watched my brother play it and thought it was the coolest thing ever, and that's when I chose to play it, and things like that. At the top of my head, I really can't think of an answer to this question because there's so many that I knew I'd like, maybe not ended up loving, but yeah, sorry. And last but not least, number 30, your favorite video game of all time, and that is the easiest question in the world for me, and that is Animal Crossing, and I can't pick just one. I loved Population Growth, I loved Wild World, I loved City Folk, I loved New Leaf, I love New Horizons now, I even like the spin-offs. I was the hugest fan of the Wii U one, Amiibo Festival. I still liked it, but I didn't love it. But even like Happy Home Designer, I still play Happy Home Designer a lot. And I wish I could design my own characters or like villagers' houses like that in New Horizons. But you never know what could happen. But yes, definitely 100% Animal Crossing. It'll always be my favorite game series. My favorite Animal Crossing game would probably just be the ones that are out at the moment. I love any and all Animal Crossing games. Number 1 favorite. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching this video today. I really hope you enjoyed it and getting to know me through different kinds of video game questions. Why don't you tell me some interesting facts or interesting things about video games down below? Just tell me your absolute favorite video game of all time. I would love to hear about it. Or any video game recommendations if you think I haven't played it. Let me know down below. You guys are awesome, and thank you so much for keeping up with my Vlogmases so far. The ones that have, the ones that are new, welcome. I mean, I'm still so happy that you're watching this. It's been amazing, and there's not too many days left because it's the 20th, I think. It's the 20th, so we literally have like 5 more after this, and that's it. And this has been a fun ride. I have enjoyed Vlogmas so much this year. Last year's was fun, but this year I just feel, I don't know. It's been fun. But anyway guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I have no idea if I'm going to get it out today or if I'm going to wait till Monday morning to edit, because I do work all day, so by the time I get home I might not feel like editing this, and if I don't, I will edit it Monday morning and get it out as soon as I can on Monday. So thank you so much for watching this video today guys. Have a good rest of your night depending on when I get this out, or a good rest of your day depending on when I get this out. You guys have a wonderful time. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!